Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Eden, from Cartoon Apocalypse, and welcome back to the second, or I guess maybe third, Season 4 related video. This is like the next stuff that we know of Season 4. There's not that much stuff that we know about Season 4, so it's awesome that we're starting to see a little bit of new stuff for it. But basically, Thomas Sustruct and maybe a couple other people, I don't know too much about it, but basically they went up and showed a couple things to like a small little panel, and obviously pictures get taken and we get information. So there's just a couple of screenshots, so I'm going to talk about it. And so yeah, as always, if you want to stay updated on all of the news related to Miraculous Ladybug, then you can go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this. I will always update you guys, and especially as Season 4 starts to roll around, I'm sure we'll get some new news for it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So let's go ahead and start off with this first image here. And basically we see what looks to be Milan, and she's transformed into the Mouse Miraculous, which isn't too big of a surprise. This is something that everybody was kind of guessing on for a while, that Milan would get the Mouse Miraculous, but this is kind of just confirmation that it is Milan. Now we see multiple different designs. Now I don't know which one was chosen or if they're going to be swapping between them, because that would be pretty cool. But I think my favorite personally is the one, like the onesie one. We just haven't had a villain. I guess we've had like a hooded one, like Carapace is hooded, but this just like looks like pajamas, and it's super low key, and I think that that's awesome because all the other heroes just like look super formal and stuff. So I think it'd be really cool if we saw something more low key, like a onesie. But we see what looks to be 3 different designs, and that's kind of where we are on this. We get confirmation that Milan gets the Mouse Miraculous. Now that's all cool, and we like getting confirmation on these things. Well, maybe we don't, actually, because it's kind of cool to like, whoa, Milan gets the Mouse Miraculous or whatever. But there's something that we don't actually know pretty much anything about, and I'm really excited for what they do with this, because it could really introduce a new key idea into this whole show, and it gets me really excited. Now, just a disclaimer, the odds of what I'm about to say actually happening, or what I will talk about later actually happening, are pretty low. Well, actually, I don't know. My expectations for the show are set really low, so that way when they do amazing stuff, it's just awesome. So a lot of the things that I think might happen don't actually happen, so I don't know, we'll just see. But hear me out. So this first image here is an image of what looks to be maybe a monk or of some other person. We don't really know too much. It's just like a red robed figure with orange like pants and boots. A lot of people, I was reading through some of the comments on these tweets, and a lot of people were like, ooh, the new monks or whatever. Now the writing, it might even be in another language, I don't know, but it's too blurry for us to actually tell what it says. But that's basically what we have for this image. But then the next image looks really interesting because we can clearly see Ladybug and Cat Noir and another person. Now we don't know if this person in the back who's confining Ladybug and Cat Noir is the same person that we saw on the previous screen, but just like Milan, they could have different designs. These are obviously very early sketches because they're not even professional, like, I mean, I say professional, like super professional, comparing it to like the actual concept art. These are just loose sketches of what the characters might look like. So I'm willing to say that those two characters are actually the same. And upon thinking on this further, it's more likely that this first image here is going to be just his normal form, and then the image where he confines Ladybug and Cat Noir is going to be his akumatized form. That's most likely what's going to happen. This is just another like akumatized Z who appears in the show sometime throughout Season 4. But honestly, what I really want to see, and what I think would be awesome, is for Mayura to create manufactured like army people. So I don't know, it's hard to explain, but basically, since the Peacock Miraculous is fixed, she can constantly create Senti monsters, and what she could do is have a mold for these Senti monsters. And with this mold, she makes basically a super villain who's super strong. We can see here, this guy is standing on one foot, containing Cat Noir with the other foot, and Ladybug with the other arm, and Cat Noir with his other arm. So basically, he's confining both of them, leaving himself hopeless, but he's on top. He has the advantage here. And I think that it would be really cool if Mayura and Hawkmoth combined together would create just this army, or I guess people to accompany the akumatized villains to assist them, especially if we're getting new heroes and stuff. Like, it's hard to imagine fighting like a huge team of heroes against one person. It starts to be like, okay, how long does it take a big team of heroes to take out one villain? So if they created these molds that they would just send out to assist with the main akumatized villain, wouldn't that like make more sense? I think it would. This probably isn't gonna happen, but I think that it would help the show a lot. It would give justification for needing multiple villains, multiple Miraculouses, just overall providing for a more plot-filled show, as well as it would just move along the plot because it would actually put into use Mayura and give us a reason to have Mayura. Because we thought after season 2, oh, Mayura is a thing now and we'll actually be able to get to see her and she will actually cause a threat. But really she only appeared in a couple episodes, and possibly Felix and Campbell. Well, maybe not Campbell, I don't know. But really, we were kind of disappointed with her use, but I mean, it makes sense. So hopefully this season we could see her a lot. Now, it doesn't necessarily make sense for her to Makatize everything, but if she's sending out these mold villains, then she has a reason to be there, and we're actually seeing her get used. So I think that that's just the best way to go about using something like this. And I think if I was the show writers for the show, that's probably something that I would explore doing and possibly incorporate that into the show, because really they could do a lot with it and it would completely change how the show works. It could cause for, like, they could even just send a couple of these guys out every once in a while and have Cat Noir and Ladybug just fight these guys. And from this image, if the mold villain was actually as powerful as he's set out to be in this image, then they would have a really hard time and they would need multiple heroes. And I think really seeing multiple heroes, anything that isn't just Ladybug, Cat Noir, and that's it, anything other than that is really what we're looking for, because they have so much that they could do with this show, they just choose not to use it. So if they had a reason, and this is definitely a reason to use these characters, these extra characters, because really Cat Noir and Ladybug can do everything on their own, they just have to figure out a way to do it. Sure, the other characters and the other heroes make it easy, but ultimately they could find a way to do it without them. But I really think that having these extra mold villains out there would really justify having Carapace, Rena Rouge, and all these characters in multiple episodes, because Party Crasher was a great episode, but how much cooler would it be if Party Crasher himself wasn't, I mean, I guess he wasn't like super powerful, but he captured all the heroes effortlessly. But just imagine him and having these other bad guys, that actually poses a threat. And if season 4 had continuity, then things could actually happen that would affect the next episode, actually making us scared for what would happen in the episode. So like, these villains cause enough of a threat to where us as viewers get like nervous whenever they're fighting them, because we don't know what happened. If this season goes in a continuity based order, if we know that they win at the end of every episode, then it kind of ruins it. But I mean, that's just something with the show. But really, I do want to see like a manufactured mold villain, but odds are this is just the same guy, just his akumatized form. If you really liked my idea, I'm sorry that like this isn't gonna happen, but that's just something that I would do if I was writing for this show. I don't know, man, Disney, you should give me my own show. Just kidding. Well, I mean, I would take the offer if I was offered it, but whatever. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for this video. You heard my theories, I showed you the news. That's gonna be it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Made a video every single day this week, so that's pretty cool. We'll see if that continues up tomorrow. And, well, I guess I'll make one Sunday as well for the tweets or the Instagram posts, if there's enough. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.